Well, I cannot believe it. I parked here the night before. It was snowing, and I parked like this to the side so that I pulled forward, and now it's all ice, and I'm trying to leave and I can't. My wheels are spinning. And yeah, I made a blunder, so that's that TC sign, that's traction control, of course. And once that one is on, it disables ABS, so it's all connected. And yeah, I do have this right over here, but I never use it, so that's like your manuals thing. Now it doesn't do anything. So I have all these axles, all these fancy so the diffs are locked, the axles are locked, nothing. It doesn't help because the rear side is spinning. So I got this, $5 Canadian. Yeah, I see, like, it doesn't look too bad, right? It looks perfectly normal, but these even with this tread, but these trucks, they're just useless, and a little bit of snow and that's it. It cannot do anything. Guy was saying, what is this winter? It's not even winter. Oh really? When your fingers and toes are falling off, that's winter for me. I don't care what anybody thinks. Yeah, see, I got this right, and so it shows over there, but for some reason only two. It's supposed to be one more. So this shows what is this? Yeah, that's your XL1 to XL2. So they will rotate together, and these are diffs. So if I go around the corner, both wheels will be spinning with the same speed, which of course is not normal, but that's useful when you're stuck. But I'm a bit suspicious of this snow, of this ice, de-icer, because it was all frozen. But it's only $5. I probably should go get another one, just to be on the safe side. And I need another coffee anyway. think it starts snowing again. Yeah, like very light, but you can see it on the window. And when I woke up, I turned my phone on and I see there's an email from my friend, freight broker in Alberta. And he says, I know you hate load link, but there's a load. And he sends me the info, but there's nothing there as usual. It's just a phone number and a company name. No dimensions, no weight. So I called the guy. I said, hey, you have a load over here? And he says, yeah, it's a rock truck. A rock truck, 55,000 pounds. I said, what are you guys paying? He says, okay, this is the rate. A bit low, but you know, not too bad. And it goes to US. And I said, can it wait a couple of days? Like, I can get loaded tomorrow because I'm passing through that area. But can I stop by for a day because I've been gone a long time? I need to take a a break. And he said, well, it has to be in the port by Friday 6 p.m. and today's Monday. And we agreed. I said, today's the weather's pretty bad over here. Like, it's not that bad, but it's cold. I said, it's gonna be much warmer tomorrow and Wednesday. Let's load tomorrow. And he says, fine. And then he says, oh, it's in bond. Wow, good of you to tell me. Can you do a bonded load? I said, yeah, I can do a bonded load, except that the guy where I rent this bond from, he charges me 420 bucks. So I would need to charge you 450, because of course you always add like a admin fee, right? No, because it's my own money. I'm spending my own money. So it's like when you buy something from a shop, they always have a surcharge on the part if you buy that part through them, and it's a third-party part. So that's normal, because I'm spending my own money for your load. And so I said, okay, here's what I need. I need that what you told me before, just a couple of $100 bucks more, and just add the cost of the bond. Can you talk to your customer? And so I gave him my phone number. And he says, okay, I'll call you back. I don't see anything melting over there. All right, let's try. If it doesn't work, I'll go get another bag. Trucks are useless, I'm telling you. Like, with all these tires, with all this technology, you get stuck in 1/4 of an inch of ice in the parking lot. And it doesn't help that there's a incline in the back, like a hill, and of course my trailer is there. So when I'm trying to move, I'm pushing the trailer up the hill. So it's a very awkward position. But basically, yeah, what you do is you try to start in a higher gear, right? You try to start in, let's say, gear 2 or 3 or 4, and if that does not work, you try to go backwards, because backwards is always stronger than going forward, right? It's like a front wheel drive car. And then the last thing you can do is just start rocking the truck, right? That's how you burn your clutch. You basically push the clutch in, out, and the truck starts rocking, and then hopefully these kind of like waves increase, and then eventually you start like this, and then bigger, then you can jump out. But I tried all these tricks, and I even tried to start in gear 5, but the truck doesn't have enough power to start in 5, because I do have, you know, the trailer. So my weight now is 73,500 pounds, empty, because of the Jeep, which actually helped me a lot driving yesterday in this bad weather. You know, even though the TC light was on, but the truck was holding the road like there's no tomorrow. At one point I passed some guy doing 45 miles per hour, and there was like a whole bunch of cars behind him. Like, what? Okay, it's snowing, but the road is clear. I can see a couple of miles forward, there's nobody there. But all of these guys, like SUVs and cars, they drive so close to the truck they cannot see anything, right? So I slowed down a bit, created a bit of a gap, you know, a bit of a distance so I can see forward. I went in the left lane, I look forward, there's nothing. So I passed all of these guys, including cars and SUVs, and I'm like driving, whistling, you know, doing 100 kilometers an hour. It was beautiful. I even honked at the guy, you know. We smiled, waved at each other. No, I'm kidding. But the guy was like this, you know, hold all his hands on the wheel. He was scared. I don't know. Anyway, let me go grab another bag, because I don't know, nothing's happening with this one. It's not melting. And go grab another coffee, and then we'll continue this blockbuster. And I'm out. I am out. I took the method that worked was basically I waited right a little bit, and I got the second bag, but it was not actually needed because it didn't have time to melt yet, and I tried to get out. And I tried rocking again, rocking with all my diffs and axles locked. And again, you have to play with your clutch, right? And I played with the clutch, and played with the clutch. After this, I'm moving to Australia. Alright, I cannot film. Both my GoPros are empty, the battery is dead. So we're recording now with the Hero 8. Once I'm on the road, this is Highway 11, I turned off all my diffs and axles and stuff like that. And yeah, what I found works yesterday, when, like, if you try to send heat to the windshield, it only makes matters worse. So what I found was working was I was sending the majority of the air down to my feet, and then if it started fogging, I would just, you know, know, change the direction and add a little bit of air to the windshield, just a little bit, so that it stops fogging. Like if you put a full blast of air towards the windshield, the wiper starts fogging. I mean, the wiper starts freezing and icing and stuff like that. I don't like this weather one little bit. I made it to near Liskeard. I want to show you guys my trailer, and this is one of the reasons why I don't wash the truck as often as people from the south. So it's a good thing I didn't wash the truck when I was passing through Ohio, because it's useless. All right. Well, it should start melting soon, but it's still -6. Jeez, look at this. The road was awful. So a bunch of accidents, people in ditches. Wow, look at this. Just huge chunks of ice. Unbelievable. Yeah, you don't see this every day in Florida or Australia. Wow. Check this out. What? Well, it's gonna melt, because they're saying next couple of days it's gonna get better. Sorry. Yeah, for now I just wanna grab some lunch or brunch and keep going. It's almost like ice road trucking. I probably have like 10,000 pounds extra now on the truck and the trailer. All right, let me go grab something to eat and I'll continue this amazing trip. Yeah, so nothing happened with that load. Nothing happened with that load in Sudbury. The guy disappeared. I guess they didn't want to pay extra because I told him I need extra money if you want me to carry it in bond. I need some extra money. And the guy says, I'll call you back. And he never did. I tried calling him back. I tried calling him back myself and I couldn't hear what he was saying, like I was up in the woods there. I knew that nothing will come out of it. So now I have still lots of fuel, should be okay, but I'm getting low on DEF. It's a constant problem here. Actually, wait a second. Husky sells DEF at the pump. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out and go into the Husky, and they sell it at the pump, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise it's too expensive to buy it from, you know, in cans. Yeah, I better get out of here before the snowstorm catches up, because it looks like the snowstorm is going east, like southeast, and you see it starts snowing again a little bit. So the brunch was a success, and this is Geely's truck stop that you can see from far away thanks to this old, I believe it's a Mack truck. Let's go take a look. Like, this is Highway 11. I came from there, and this is south or east towards Toronto. And the license plate says in memory of Conrad. Yeah, it's a Mack. I see a bulldog on the radiator, and there's bulldog on the mirrors. Yeah, so I like when they do this, you know, makes it easy to remember the place and recognize it. And that's Husky over there. I decided not to go for DEF, forget it, I'll buy it somewhere different spot, because what happens sometimes when it's cold, they shut off DEF at the pump anyway. Like, look at this. As I always say, kids are jumping for joy, truckers not so much. Oh, JC trailer. Time to get trucking. So I just checked as I was sitting and having my omelette, vegetarian omelette with bacon, no bread, no potatoes. I checked the distance from here. It's 500. Yeah, sometimes that pin gets out, but now there's a lot of weight here. That pin just sticks out a little bit, but there's a safety pin on the inside, so it cannot go anywhere. But when I'm empty, because there's hardly any pressure here, yeah, like I said, this is probably like extra 10,000 pounds easy on my rig right now. But everything looks good. So yeah, it's 550 kilometers, and I already spent 1 hour and 15 minutes over here. Not cool. But you know, I got tired because I was driving for pretty much 3 hours. And normally it takes maybe 2.5 hours, even though it's only 120 miles. But it's always, you can never do 55-60 miles an hour on this road because there's lights, there's low speed limits. And let's see, do I still have the TC? Yeah, and ABS is still turned off, which makes things a little bit more fun driving on a slippery road. So you have to keep your distance. All right. So yeah, I might make it to Cambridge, but again, it's 1 o'clock, right? So I'll be in North Bay in 2 hours, even though it's only 100 miles. It takes 2 hours in good weather because the road is like this. And then from there it's about 2 hours to Barrie or Innisfil, where I usually stop. So if the weather gets really bad, so that's the plan. I'm gonna stop in at my favorite en route rest area in Innisfil because there's Starbucks in there, and then it's easy to start in the morning. If the weather's okay and doesn't snow too crazy, then I'll keep going from Innisfil. It's another 2 hours to my yard in Cambridge. But yeah, it's only 1 o'clock. Of course, it's a lot of time, except that, you know, I just don't want to drive at night when it's dark. We'll see. But you see, that's my fuel. So fuel is more than half on both tanks. And again, that's so annoying when you have 2 gauges. I think that's just a stupid idea. Each tank has a gauge. I want 1 gauge. Why do I care how much fuel I have, since they're all connected, right? But that's my depth. That's a bit more dangerous. So when it gets to the 1/4, I have to start looking for depth. But for now, we're still good. So basically, I'll just end up buying a jug in the next stop in North Bay. And I just went through the last intersection in North Bay. So finally, Highway 11 splits from 17 and it becomes a freeway, and divided 4-lane highway. And so from here I have 2.5 hours to Innisfil, Ontario. And right off the bat we have an accident. 5 or 6 cars. What's going on over here? How many cars? Oh, there's a guy in the ditch. Alright. So that's how treacherous the conditions are. Okay, we're gonna shut down here. Thanks for watching. Take care.